Hello, my name is Kylie Rose, and I'm a senior at the University of Maryland, College Park, and I'm a public health science major. This summer, I took an environmental health class, and I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I learned and one of my perspectives about a current environmental and public health issue that's facing the United States alongside other developing countries around the world. So I just want to ask you guys to bear with me because I'm recording this presentation on my cell phone and I wanted to be able to get myself in the presentation as well as the PowerPoint slides that I've prepared for you guys today. So I'm just going to be shifting the camera view back and forth between myself and the PowerPoint. So to get started, I want to share with you guys the title of my presentation, which is Aerial Spraying of the Naled Insecticide, Associated Public Health and Environmental Risks. Alrighty, so to start, I want to share with you guys what actually is Naled. So Naled is just a commonly used organophosphate insecticide. I'm going to explain to you guys what organophosphate is in like one or two slides, but I just want to provide you guys with some background knowledge about Naled to start. So it's just an insecticide which is used to combat pests, basically, specifically insects. So it's predominantly used to kill and repel mosquitoes. It's been used since 1959, since it was registered by the Environmental Protection Agency, and it's been used over a total of about 16 million acres of land across the entire United States. And that goes for urban centers, like urban metropolitan areas, rural areas, as well as agricultural farms, just to combat mosquitoes and other insects within those areas. And it's typically routinely sprayed via like airplanes or helicopters issued by the federal government or local governments. However, recently, more specifically last year in 2016, Naled was exploited to eradicate the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which is the vector that carries the Zika virus, which has posed serious public health concerns, not only in the United States, but really to the entire globe, as it adversely affects developing fetuses and babies. Moreover, the Naled insecticide was banned in Europe from use in 2012 due to its toxicity to humans and the surrounding environment. However, the United States continues to use the Naled insecticide to combat pests, and other developing countries continue to use the Naled insecticide as well. Alright, so what specifically is Naled? It basically is white aerosol pellets. I'll show you the picture in 1 second. And like I said before, it is aerially sprayed all over the United States via airplanes. So this is a picture. That's what it looks like, the white aerosol pellets. Alrighty, so what is a current controversy regarding the Naled insecticide? So one current controversy, which is featured in Above the Fold, is when one Miami Beach doctor, his name is Dr. Michael Hall, he filed an emergency lawsuit in the federal court to stop ongoing spraying of the Naled insecticide. And he argued that persistent aerial spraying of the Naled insecticide imposes serious detrimental public health risks, more so than benefits, and he also complained that the Miami-Dade County failed to give residents adequate notice about the spraying so that residents could take the necessary precautions to avoid the detrimental health risks, like going indoors or avoiding areas that were routinely sprayed. So basically he's just upset with the county that they didn't give them adequate notice, and he's upset with the county that he's just upset with the spraying in general. However, his opponents argue that persistent spraying is necessary to combat the relentless and a nuisance mosquitoes, as well as to combat the public health threats from the Zika virus. So let me show you this picture. This picture is of a baby who's been affected by the Zika virus, and I'll just go ahead and show you on this map right behind me here. The Zika virus, typically originated in Uganda, but it was spread to the United States more than likely from the from South America. So here we are, we have South America, Brazil area, and here's Florida right up here, so it just spread right up here. Alrighty, so moreover, so the Miami Beach doctor, Dr. Hall, he basically analyzed 2 studies that provided adequate biostatistical evidence that Naled imposes detrimental health risks. So one of the studies is a longitudinal cohort design which utilized 237 Chinese mothers and babies that were born from 2008 to 2011, and he followed them, and they were followed over a longitudinal period of time from like birth to 6 weeks to 9 months, and they were analyzed for the development of disease. And the research team that conducted this study took the umbilical cord blood of the mothers and analyzed them and conducted intense blood screening analysis to determine if they were exposed to Naled insecticide. And it turned out that the mothers that were exposed to the Naled insecticide and were positive for Naled derivatives in their blood had babies that experienced intense developmental delays at 9 months, and these include like motor delays, coordination delays, among others. Moreover, a second study that wasn't so specifically analyzed in the above the fold article but was supported with research from the American Pediatric Society, said that there's a 25% increased risk for developing autism for children that live in zip codes with aerial spraying since 2003. Moreover, other detrimental health risks associated with Naled exposure include, I'm just going to read this from the slide real quick, it's a lot of them: developmental delay, autism, respiratory paralysis, eye pain, seizures, dermatitis, which is like skin rashes, loss of consciousness, abdominal cramping, nausea, vomiting, numbness, loss of sensory abilities, involuntary muscle contractions, systemic weakness, irregular heartbeats, coma, and even death. Moreover, another study, which was actually conducted in 1993 by like a toxicology environmental group, found that Naled